Hey, I'm Sam Famous, and we're live with some late night, Friday night, working the FedEx freight. Friday night FedEx freight. Da 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 da. Oh, man. We are here in the Vision Jet. Let me take it to the outside. We got here just a little bit earlier. We flew in from Laughlin. FedEx said that they needed some help tonight delivering some dog food. We're going to deliver about 1,200 pounds of dog food, but we're going to be taking 300 pounds at a time in the Vision Jet over to Lone Pine. We got to do that 3 or 4 times till we get it delivered tonight. It should be a good time. We are loaded up with our first load, just about to take off here in a few minutes. So that's what the plan's going to be. We're going to get these strobe lights on, because it is going to be time to get out of here for the first drop off of the night here shortly. Just go ahead and check our cameras. Everything looks good here. We'll set back here for a minute. Let the old bird cool down. Look at the lights fly off the FedEx fans. That's cool. We're drinking us a pre-workout at night, so we're going to be pretty well awake here pretty soon. Speaking of the pre-workout, go ahead and grab that guy right now. Got the fruit punch explode. Let me show you where we're taking off from today. We'll get the paperwork here up while we're in the old well, where is it? There it is. Visalia Municipal, KVIS. I don't know if that's how you say that. I have no idea. Alright, let's go ahead and get these first 300 pounds of dog food taken over to Lone Pine. Come back, pick up another 300 pounds. That's right, we're delivering dog food tonight. That's what we're doing. Delivering dog food. Alright, let's see. I don't know what altitude we gotta be to get over those mountains. I'm gonna go ahead and set it. Let's set it at 18. It's my first time making this flight over, so we'll have to kind of learn as we go. Okay, that looks good there. Let's see what the temperature inside the plane is. 75 degrees. That feels pretty good. I like that. We'll leave it right where it is. Alright, let's light it up and get out of here. got Helen with Woof Woof and Bark Bark. That's right, we are a pet-friendly outfit here. We're delivering dog food tonight. We're taking 300 pounds at a time over to Lone Pine, helping the FedEx out tonight. Little subcontracting work. Here's where we'll come back and pick up the next 300 pounds of dog food. Old FedEx. Friday night, FedEx freight. Da 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 da. Should be a fun night. Delivering dog food in the VisiJet. Taxi down this way. Helen says the doggies are sleeping. Well, yeah, it is late night, you know. They put in a hard day of barking. Said they put in a hard day of barking. Alright, let's turn around here. Right, pull up the map. Let's see, we are here. Right here, make a left, and we can go all the way down. Alright. Alright, let's head over to Lone Pine. Drop off 300 pounds of dog food. And then we'll fly back over here and pick up another 300 pounds. Flight controls check. Full up, full down, full left, full right. Rudder check. Brake check. Double brake check. Brakes are good. Flaps down. Takeoff position is set. Doing a little subcontract work tonight for Fedex. Delivering dog food over to Lone Pine. Taking about 300 pounds at a time. That's all we can haul here. So we got to make a few trips to get it over there. We got about 1,200 pounds we got to deliver tonight. We'll see if we can get it all done. We got this airport off of the flightsim.to. KVIS is where we're at. So we're going all the way down the taxiway, checking it out. Since we're here for the first time. Appreciate you watching, checking out the old live stream tonight. We do have live time, live weather, real-time air traffic, multiplayer on. We have been cleared for departure round trip to Lone Pine and back. Running some Fedex late night cargo in the business jet. Working late night quick hops. Alright, we'll hold short here for a quick second. Double check everything here. Let's see what we got traffic wise. Is anything coming in while we're here? No, we look all clear for that. Does look clear. Let's go ahead and juice up the lights in here. There we go, clear the caution. Alright, next stop, Lone Pine. Man, look at that view, huh? All those lights just gleaming. Alright, get a drink of the old pre-workout. Even though we ain't working out, we're gonna get a wake though. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. Oh. Let's roll it forward. A little heavy. Full of fuel and loaded with cargo. Working with Fedex tonight. We got 300 pounds of dog food. Takeoff flaps are set. Let's roll out. And that is the view. Alright, brakes. I gotta get the fans turned up on the old computer here. Keep it cool since we're burning it down here. Let's set the old takeoff cam about like so. Alright, lights are set. Man. Let's go to Lone Pine. Y'all ready? I'm ready. Let's get to work. Takeoff power set. Airspeed is alive. $80 knots. Rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Alright, got the thump. Get the flaps up. Alright, there comes 1,000 feet. Autopilot coming on. Super takeoff cam coming on. Looking good. Mike Coffee says, thought I'd drop in before I'd go to the house to bed. I'm a city boy. Man. Good to see you, Mr. Mike. Power up. We're out of here. Helping FedEx tonight. We're delivering about 300 pounds of dog food over to Lone Pine. And we got a total of 1,200 pounds we got to take, so we got 4 trips tonight. Mike Coffee says, Friday night, no boot scooting boogie. No, man, we getting close to retiring from that business. Yeah, that's going into full-time video gaming. He said full-time video gaming. We're flying over to Lone Pine, taking some dog food over there, some supplies tonight. Lone Pine is also close to another Cerro Gordo mines. home of the Ghost Town Living YouTube channel. Check that out if you haven't. Alright, climb thrust set. A little late on that, but you know what, we got to get up over these mountains here. Mike Coffee says, in the sim, I think I like this jet, but in real life, the turboprops are better, I think. Yeah, I like this jet because I don't want to say simplicity of it, but just, it's comfortable to drive. We do got to watch for other planes and stuff tonight. We do have real-time air traffic on, and we do have multiplayer on. Should be a fairly quick flight over to Lone Pine. Less than 20 minutes. We'll get this dog food dropped off, get back out of there and head back over here and get some more picked up. Back and forth. Alright, there's 10,000 feet. Get all the lights off. Bring this down. Mike Coffee says, you follow Calamity Girl? I haven't seen that one. That's a new one for me. Man, I like flying at night. Putting the Vision Jet to work tonight. Alright, looking good. I believe we're going to be good about 14 or 15K here to get us over the mountain. Alright, let's try 14K over. Mike Coffee says, you real cowboy? Calamity and her family used to ranch, but now due to health issues, they only live on a ranch and a non-working one. Okay, interesting. I'll check it out. Helen says Max is awake. Oh, good old Maxie boy. Helen says tomorrow is Saturday. That's right. Saturday, Helen gets to sleep in all day and do nothing. I don't have to play any shows, so we don't have to go anywhere. I get to make breakfast. Man. And now we're delivering dog food in a Vision Jet. Helping FedEx out tonight. A little subcontract work, you know, pretending. He said pretending. Man, midnight in Montgomery. Mike Coffee says spaghetti western. Man, speaking of spaghetti, the beautiful wife of me makes some awesome spaghetti and spaghetti sauce. That makes me hungry thinking about it. Mike says my favorite cowboy movie is City Slickers. Oh yeah, I remember that movie. That was a good one, man. The old City Slickers. Just skimming across the top of the mountain tonight, man. Maybe 15K over the mountain would be better. I think we'll be alright though. We'll chance it on this first flyover. We get across this mountain, then we got to drop down in this valley here. Mike says, I like GM truck to a Ram, a Dodge. Hello. Hidden if you have a Dodge product. I don't have a Dodge product. The only Dodge product I have is the seat I'm setting on in the simulator is a 2017 rear seat out of a third row seat Dodge Caravan. Man, 14K is a little low above these mountains at night. I believe we'll probably do 15 or 16 on the way back. It's a little sketchy at 14, huh? I mean, it looks alright, but get some crazy winds off these guys over here. Yeah, we'll probably just set it at a safe 18K on the way back, like I should have done. once we get over this mountain here, it'll be time to get ready for landing. Drop off this dog food and go back and get some more. Good. Alright, we're just about across the mountain here. Mike says, my friend had a 1985 GM Jimmy Tahoe edition baby truck, he called it. Nice. He loved it. Oh man. I used to have a couple Camaros that I loved back in the day. Those were fun. Yeah, 14K over these mountains, a little tight. Mike says, my Camaro 65 to 69. Fabulous. Love those. I used to have, I had a 1992 25th anniversary red Camaro, and then I also had a 1985 or 86 IROC Camaro red as well, back years ago. Let's get the altitude set. Well, we about over the mountain, man. Yeah, 14. That's a little tight. We're gonna do 18 over. Oh, look at those power lines down there. They're right there next to the airport too. That's where we're going. Just a short hop over the mountain. Pull the power back. And light it up. Mike says nighttime looks better in 24. Oh man, I enjoy the nighttime in the 24. It's something about the lights or something. Mike says, push the button, land itself, or do you have to land? Oh, we land in it. It has an emergency system. You can land at an airport, or you can pull a parachute, which does work. The airport's over there. Bring our speed down to get our altitude down. Oh, that one up there? Yeah. Just using the old head. 2020 is gone. Oh, Mikey boy. Alright, looking good. Mike says, unless I want to see it, right? Oh, we're making our way down. All right, my plane. Autopilot coming off. We'll fly out here. Like I said, the airport's right there. Mike says, hoping the 24 toolbar can be gone. That would be a deal breaker for me. There's some options that just came out. I'm not sure what it is. If you can take away the toolbar or change it, I have to check out. Alright, looking good in speed where we want to be before we make our turn. We're gonna make our turn right here in the bowl, I call it. Right, get ready to make the turn. Going to start speeding up quick here, real quick when we turn and burn.
Sink rate, sink rate, sink rate.
Landing gear coming down
rate,
for a set of flaps.
Rate.
Full of speed.
Up, pull up,
landing.
Pull up, pull up.
There's my target speed. In full flaps, bring her down. Watch our power lines.
Sink 500, sink rate, sink rate.
Landing.
Sink rate.
We're okay, plane. We're okay. Look at those power lines. Man. Go. Launch the last power line. 90 knots coming at you. Welcome down to Lone Pines. Drop off this dog food. Let's slow down. Tap the brakes. Tap the brakes. Heck yeah. The old Vision Jet Express, baby, dropping off 300 pounds of dog food. Let's go up here to the clubhouse, get this dropped off. Then let's get back over to old FedEx there, pick up another 300. It's gonna be a busy night. Make sure to hit that like button. We appreciate it. All right, we'll go ahead and clean it up. Taxi on up. Tomorrow night, we're going to be an American Truck Simulator. My Coffee says red lights are wrong. Red means stop. Mike says, oh, 24 biggest. This airport also has a dirt runway, gravel you can land in as well. Mike says the blue lights look better. Oh, we should go to the outside. Little taxi cam. We got to make a left up here. Mike says the V-tail jet is so wrong, but it works apparently. Right? She's a beast. Alright, let's head up this way. Long taxiway at both of these airports, which is kind of cool. Mike says Beechcraft had a VTOL prop, not so good. Oh, did they? I'll have to look that up. We're going to use a lot of fuel tonight just in taxiing alone. If it was daytime, we would land on the dirt runway, which is it's right up here at the airport. But nighttime, for safety, we got to land on the pave. It's rules and regulations. He said rules and regulations. Rules and regulations. Looks like they got the fire truck out here tonight. Must have had something happen earlier. Maybe they're running drills or something. All right, we'll stop it right there. Mike says, stock scenery. Yes, this airport we're at right now in Microsoft Flight Simulator is stock. The one we took off from is a downloaded one from flightsim.to, but this one is a stock airport. All right, let me get the lights out of their faces here. Let's clear that caution. Look good. Let me go back here and get the door open. Lots of flashing lights. Open this guy up. All right, we made it down here. Appreciate all your help. Man. We made it down. All right, well, let's get this first batch of dog food out of here. So what we're going to do, we're going to go over to payload. And we're going to go to configure. And if we go to cargo, you can see here it's 100%. Had 300 pounds. We're going to go ahead and empty that. Load aircraft. Mike says, never mind the fire truck. Give me SU5 to 10 and make it better than 2020. Look at that Vision Jet. Let me grab my drink here. We're going to take a second. Just pretend that, you know, they're unloading the dog food. We've already got it out of the jet. We'll pretend they got a couple guys here working, getting it done pretty quick. So let's go ahead. Oh yeah, check out my outfit for tonight. Same one I had a little bit earlier, but fancy. All right, I think they just about got us unloaded here. Let's close that up. Let's get back here in our seat. All right, and let's get back over here. We're going to head back to KVIS. Now, the KVIS is a modded airport we got from the old flightsim.to. So we're going to go direct, because this is how I know how to do it. KVIS. Enter, activate, boom, boom, boom. Let's get that out of the way. Get that set at 18,000 feet. And we're going to turn and burn pretty quick out of here. Alright, look good. Mike says, you have SU5? Yeah, I'm on the latest update of the 24. Alright, strobe lights on, doors locked, heading set, altitude set. They've got us unloaded. Let's turn and burn out of here. Adjust our pitch trim. And now we're not got the lights in their face. Go ahead and get that on. Takeoff trim is set. Alright, we're ready to rock and roll, guys. Let's go back to Fedex and get another load of dog food, bring it back over here. The things you can pretend to do. Mike says, wow, night does look better. See, old Mike's coming around, man. He's coming around. He's going to be downloading it before too long. I'm just messing with you. And then you can help me deliver dog food in a Vision Jet here late at night with FedEx. Mike Coffee says, it's the stableness and the cost that scares me. I totally understand. I get it. I truly do. Man, there's been days I've been so frustrated with this simulator. But now, because things are working pretty good, it's pretty much the first time since I've had it working this well. And you know, there's been a couple other times, but I've had more consistently working well. Time to turn and burn, head back to KVIS. Man, we're working late tonight. Just about to turn midnight here where I'm at. Mike says analog gauges outlast these newfangled glass panels. It seems like everything breaks as soon as you look at it, you know what I mean? Flaps set in takeoff position, takeoff trim is set, heading set, altitude is set. Mike Coffee says it's been proven. I'm a big fan of things that just work, you know what I mean? Big fan of when things just work. All right. Let's turn and burn out of here, man. Clear for takeoff. Power up. Full power. Takeoff power set. Airspeed is a lot. 60 knots, 70 knots, rotate. That's a positive rate, tap the brakes. Let's listen for the thump. Thump is good. Flaps coming up. Looking good. Continue to climb out. Autopilot is set. Go to beautiful takeoff cam. Climb power set. Alright, let's climb out of here. I think this is the way we'll come back in here this time. We'll fly out over these mountains this way and come down. Mike says, you can turn off the flashy flashes now. We got it. Where's those buttons? We can turn the strobes off. Or wigwag, some call it. Oh yeah, the wigwags. I forgot about that name. The wigwag. Let's go to that passenger climb out cam. Mike says they actually burn out sooner than a standard landing light. Very, very interesting. fly this valley out to make a hard right out of here. Liver and dog food. And now we could completely circle all the way back to the left. At the time we get there, we'll be about cruising altitude. Let me burning more fuel though. All right, we're ready to turn, head back over to Fedex. At 10,000 feet. Now, I've never landed at this airport we're going back to that we took off from, so we'll see how that goes. Old Vision Jet headed out. Delivering 300 pounds of dog food at a time. Man. I mean, we may be delivering more, but that's legally what we can say. So far, we had good takeoff, solid landing, another good takeoff. We'll see if we can continue the streak. I mean, because it's already midnight where I'm at, so now we've got real fatigue of me just, you know, I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning, so I'm eventually going to be getting tired. The caffeine eventually going to run out. Mistakes could happen, right? Speaking of caffeine, hello, my friend. Oh, yeah. All right, now we switch over to the water. All right, now we're cruising at 18,000 feet. Let's head back to the Fedex shop. All right, let's go see what this is like. Da, 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 da. Mike says, okay, midnight. That's all from me. Have a good weekend. Adios. Hey, see you later, Mike. Appreciate you. See ya. Putting in the old third shift tonight. Red-eye flights. He said red-eye. Love flying at night. Full speed back. Get ready. Make our way down. Looking good. Making our way down. Head back down to Fedex, pick up another 300 pounds of dog food, take it back over to Lone Pine. Make sure you hit that like button, we appreciate it. Check out the old arrival cam. Nice. Force feedback. 10,000 feet, light it up. Airport's in sight. Making our way on down. $7,000 feet. Rival cam. Looking good, looking good. It is my plane. Autopilot coming off. Let's go get a set of flaps. We're going to get the landing gear down, please. Good. feedback, looking good. Next stop, FedEx. He said next stop, FedEx. Landing flaps. Oh, please. All right, let's head up to FedEx and get loaded back up. Easy. Welcome down. KVIS. Clean it up. Let's head back to the FedEx office. Alright, we made it back down. Let's go back to the FedEx office, pick up some more dog food, take it back over. Where is the FedEx office? Let me look on the map here. Oh, I missed a turn. I need to go back. I need to turn around. First left. Okay. My bad. My bad. I got turned around. It's my first night working here. He said it's his first night working here. I think it's bound this way. Little Friday night FedEx freight working. Vision jet. Helen says, I'm back. Did you fall asleep? Helen says it's Saturday morning. Come to bed. Watching TV? Are you awake? Are you getting sleepies? Alright, let's turn in over here to FedEx. Helen says, awake. Alright. Alright, brakes coming on. Let's go ahead and get the lights off. Clear the caution. Let me go back here. We'll open the door. Heck yeah. Walk over here while they get us loaded up. Smoke them if you got them. Heck yeah. Well, FedEx working nights. Alright, let's pull up our paperwork. Hell, it says Burger King's has slider box? Ooh. Let's go cargo. We're gonna fill that up 300 pounds of dog food, and this time are we taking passengers back? No, no, just the dog food. Grab a drink of water. Pretend that they're loading up the plane. Okay, plane been loaded. Good. Ah, all right. All right. I will return in a second. We're gonna hit the pilot restroom. It's union rules. We'll be right back while they finish loading up the plane. All right, pilot is back. And we are ready to head over to Lone Pine. Fedex. And working the night. Lock that, and bring that down, close that up, secured. Right, they got us loaded up. Let's program this bird back to 18,000. Good. Feet per minute. Okay, good here. Now we're ready to rock and roll. Really light it up in here. It's too bright. Eggs coming out. That's good. Get that set. We are loaded up. Another few £100 of dog food headed over to Lone Pine. Keep the doggies fed over there. Gonna be a long night. You been cleared for departure? Takeoff flaps set. the Lone Pine. Full power. Takeoff power set. Airspeed is alive. 80 knots. Rotate. Alright, max 1 is up. Looking good. Go to awesome takeoff cam. Mode engage. Climb thrust. Set. We gotta go across the mountain. Alright, we're looking good. On the way out. Helen says, 5 View, all Burger King is testing a new king size sliders in select markets, Portland, Oregon, Columbus, Ohio, starting April 14th, 2026. Offering 2 or 6 mix and match sliders. Nice. I'm staying up all night, partying like the old days. Flying planes, yeah, man. Helping FedEx deliver dog food. Da 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 da. nice night for flying. Oh, check that out. That's cool. Looking good. Making our way over to Lone Pine. Dropping off 300 pounds of dog food. Delivering in the business jet. Working the night shift. I gotta get a bigger mouse pad. Putting in delivery hours tonight. It's gonna be just about time to start our descent down into Lone Pine again for our second time tonight. Appreciate everybody watching, hanging out, and for watching us back in the old rewind. Appreciate it. If you're just tuning in, I'm Sam Famous. We're in the Vision Jet working for FedEx tonight, helping them out, delivering. We're role-playing deliver 300 pounds of dog food per trip over to Lone Pine. We got 1,200 pounds to do. This is our second trip. We got 2 more trips after this. We are in the Vision Jet, getting ready to make our descent down into Lone Pine. Look at that view, man. Alright, let's pull the speed back. I'll make our way on in. We're looking good. Next stop, Lone Pine. Flying a plane, but not for real. Alright, 10,000 feet, light it up. Where's the water? There it is. Autopilot coming off my plane. Runway inside. green on the landing gear. Oh, yeah, a little rocky end. Full flaps. Gotta slow it down. Let's slow it down.
500.
Landing. Looking good, look good. Stop the brakes. Make our left. Clean up the flaps. Head over to the shop. Drop off the dog food. Just like that, we're here. Heck yeah. Delivering dog food for FedEx. That's what we're doing tonight. Go up here and drop this off. Pull over here and get the dog food unloaded. We got 300 pounds of dog food we got to drop off. And then we got to head back over to the FedEx spot and pick up another 300 pounds and bring it over. This is our second drop off of the night. I'll pull right here. That's good. Brakes coming on. Get those lights off. Clear the caution. Go ahead and get on. The lights there look good. Alright, open up the door. Right. Let's go over here and we'll get our paperwork out. Man, looking good. Let's see. We got another jet over here getting loaded up, huh? Yeah. Jets, couple planes. All right, let's see. Our paperwork is here. We've got cargo. We've got 300 pounds of dog food, so we're gonna pretend they're unloading that for us. They have got that unloaded. Boy, they work quick around here, you know? They work pretty quick. Alright, bags of dog food are unloaded. And we gotta head back to FedEx. Get another couple loads. Lock that down. Good, good, good. Alright, let's get this program back up. We're going back over to KVIS. Just like that. Activated. Going up to 18,000 feet again. Oh, I reset it. Boo. Rookie. Alright, there's 18,000. $1,400 feet. We appreciate your work tonight. Let's check our fuel before we get out here. Let's check. All the temps look good. Feels good. Let's see what's the temperature in the plane. How we feeling? 75? Boy, it's working fabulous. All right. Let's head back to FedEx. We're getting ready to move here. Vision jet bound FedEx. Good. Busy night of delivering dog food. Takeoff flaps are set. All right, head back to FedEx. Airspeed is 11. $80 knots. Rotate. Pause the brake. Gear up. making our way back over to the Fedex spot. after we get back on the ground, that'll be the last shift of tonight. Been a fun trip. Pretend we got another pilot coming in to do the next 2.5 hour shift. Alright, my plane. Autopilot coming up. Alright, welcome back down. We'll get parked up to FedEx. We're gonna get out of here. We'll see you tomorrow on some more live streams. Bringing it in, shutting it down for the night. Alright, just like that, we made it. And we'll see you on the next